What's up, y'all? It's your boy Slate. Look, I want to give a huge thank you to Miss Regina Sunshine, Instinct Radio, and Our Heart ATL for submitting me for the Living Like a Boss show. I had so much great time and a great opportunity and met a lot of amazing people at the Living Like a Boss show, y'all, for young bosses. Thank you for having me, y'all.
To the platform. Our next guest, our fifth and final young boss for today is Slate. And what I have here says Slate is an artist, rapper, songwriter, host, and visionary who is working diligently to share his gift, talent, and passion of music with our community and hence the entire world. We are working, he says here, we are working diligently to expand his brand, his music, and his life through the I Rock with Slate campaign. You know, and I also noticed that you do a lot of things with social issues concerning domestic violence and lupus and things of that nature. So you guys, welcome Slate to the show. How you doing?
I'm doing good. Thank you for having me.
It's so good to have you here.
It's amazing to be here. Thank you for this experience.
Well, you know, you were nominated by another part of the Instinct Radio family, James and James, Honey and Bunny, as we call them affectionately. They have a show at 3 o'clock today, Art Heart ATL, and they nominated you to be a part of this show, so we're thankful for them. So we're going to get right into it. Tell us why you love music.
Music has always been an important part of my life. It's an important part of everybody's life, I feel. You're not going to find a human being on earth that doesn't listen to music or enjoy some type of music, even if they don't even know it, you know that they do. And I started getting into making my own music kind of just to deal with the woes of life. I used to act when I was younger. And when I started middle school, I still have a passion for acting, but I started losing that passion and started being more passionate with music. And, listening to music helped me deal with a lot of the issues that I went going on in life at that time. And so it went from listening to the music to creating my own music and writing my own raps and talking about my own life and the own things that I experienced.
Well, you know, I thought it was interesting, especially since we've had writers and spoken word artists here. I watched your video of Raven, and I was thinking that, you know, it goes back to literary work. What are some of the topics or themes that you write about? Because everything seems to be positive, and some of it is deep, for a 17-year-old, right?
I just talk about life. That's just the simplest. That's the only way I can really put it. There's different topics that you'll see me speak about, but it all is just about life, whether it's my life I observe, or storytelling. I just try and, take what I experience or what I see going on through life and express it creatively through my music. There's different subject matters that I'll talk about or I might focus on, or different themes that you might see, or different stories that I might try to tell, but it's all trying to paint this vivid picture of this thing we call life. So
That's awesome. You guys have a question?
How you feel about the hip hop, the way direction is going in that?
The most clear way I can say I feel about it is mixed emotions. I feel like hip hop right now is simultaneously at its healthiest and unhealthiest point, which a lot of people might not understand. But for me, my favorite hip hop album of all time came out in 2012, which is Good Kid, Mad City by Kendrick Lamar. That album changed my life.
Why I knew you were going to say Kendrick. I just knew you were going to say Kendrick.
That album changed my life. And then you look at J. Cole just released 2014 Forest Hills Drive, which was the first album to go platinum with no features in over 25 years. So you can't say that it's all bad, because it's a very healthy point. I know that me personally, there are artists that I listen to now that give me greater inspiration than, some of the OGs, and then there are OGs that give me more inspiration than some of the artists now. And I just feel like the unhealthiness comes from the poison of the business. And I just think that when it first started out, hip-hop was all about expression. It wasn't about getting rich. It wasn't about the cars, the clothes. It wasn't about the lifestyle. It was about expression. We were expressing ourselves through the tough times. When it started out in the Bronx and spread like wildfire throughout New York, it was about talking about, the struggle that we were going through and how it became so important in Harlem and in Brooklyn, and as it spread across the West Coast. It was always about expression, but now because it's become such a business and it's been pimped out, there's a lot of people that just want the dollar. And so you hear it, everything you hear on the radio these days. I say, you listen to the radio cycle right now, and there's one positive song that they play, and that's All Right by Kendrick Lamar from To Pimp a Butterfly. And everything else is the same stuff. It's lean, it's alcohol, it's parties, which, I mean, that's music that's relevant because people are living that life, but at the same time, it's also poisonous because I have friends that are addicted to lean and don't know that, you know, lean or Xanax are killing them, literally destroying them. I say Xanax is like our generation's heroin. And people don't get that, but it's really literally killing you, eating you up from the inside. And it's people that, you know, because they listen to Future and they listen to this person, that, oh, that's just, you know, what we do. And, you know, that's the poisonous side of it, because the business side of it has become so, what can I do to make $1? Well, this is what's in the club, this is what's in the radio, this is what's making money, this is what's the #1 hit. So this is what I'm going to go, I'm going to endorse this. Next thing you know, now we're killing our generations that are coming up. So, I mean, like I said, mixed emotions. I feel like I have the artists that I tune into and that I relate to and that help feed, you know, food for thought into my spirit. But then there's also the people that are, you know, tearing down the heart and soul of it, you know, all for the sake of the money.
Wow, that was a good answer. Wasn't that?
Did you get your answer?
All right.
Well, you know, he gave us a lot to think about in that moment. Well, tell us about what upcoming projects you got going on.
I have a lot of things to look forward to on August 15th, Saturday, August 15th. I have a huge performance for Atlanta's Got Talent, the finale. I was in the part 2 of Atlanta's Got Talent, and I was one of the top 5 performers, so they asked me to come back. And so that's going to be really big Saturday at 7 o'clock at the Rendezvous Event Center. So, yeah, that's really big for me. Tickets are $10 in advance, $15 at the
Yeah, you
door.
like, y'all come scream for me.
You know, you can get tickets personally from my mother or email us at lyricalslate@gmail.com. That's performance-wise. And music-wise, I'm working on my upcoming EP. Last year, I released my debut mixtape, Nevermore, which we have a copy of. But now I'm working on my EP that I'm going to be coming soon. And so that's what I'm focused on creatively right now, mentally and emotionally.
That's good stuff. Well, tell them where they can find you on social media, where they're going to follow you, you know, where they can listen to your music online.
You can follow me. My Facebook, my Twitter, my YouTube, and my SoundCloud are all Lyrical Slate. LYRICALSLATE, Lyrical Slate. And my Instagram is Can't Hate Slate. And you can find the music on SoundCloud, like I said, Lyrical Slate. That's where Nevermore is to listen to my mixtape and everything that's going to be soon to come.
We couldn't hear that right now.
Sure, yeah, definitely.
Let's hear something right now.
All right. This is a little something. It's not finished. It's a little, I don't want to say a little rusty, but it's something that actually came to be right here. The inspiration from hearing my fellow brothers just talk about their passions. And so this is what came to me. I said, I write these lyrics every day. I stay rapping. Stay trapping. The devil stay active. We look to the future, but we live in the past to stand. They getting on my cotton picking nerve like the blood came from a slave. And my heart blow more than body pain at a rave. Step into the stage, this is a lion outside the cage. Look me in my eyes and tell me that you don't see a flame that came from the tiger. But everything that we do here is just about lying and trying to get the money on, trying to be happy and trying to get the trapping on. I'm trying to understand the messages that they putting out. I'm trying to understand the sedatives that they taking. I know this girl, she's so addicted to Xanax that every time she take it, she feels like it's amazing, but then she wakes up the next morning and can't remember all of her actions and statements. I just understand that my generation is going down a long, long path. There's only 2 choices in life. That's heaven or Satan. I realize that I'm somewhere in the middle. I can't preach to you when I'm stuck in second fiddle. I can't preach to you when I'm trying to figure out the riddles like Batman and Gotham. I'm trying to save all of them, but I'm my own monster. The demons inside of me have me communicate actively with the place that I like to call hell. But the angels on my shoulder help me grow older and stay from getting colder. So heaven is the mission. And everything that I do from here is just a sentence that helps me get to where I'm trying to relate.
That's good stuff. Give it with that. Give it with it. Whoa! That's real talent. You just came up with that. Well, I was gonna let him tell you a little bit later, but Johnnie Cabbell has got a gift for you. Johnnie Cabbell?
Well, I definitely would like to give you say we want to do 30 minutes, we could do like an hour session to help see where it can put you on a bigger platform, or even if it's just giving you the right advice or something that you need to hear got something I can put you on to.
Thank you.
That's what's up. Y'all give it a hand.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
That's what's up. Well, that was one of the reasons that you had no idea. But Johnny and I had talked about it, and he came to check you out today and talk to you. And,
Oh, wow.
You know, for him to give you an hour of his time is huge, and we're thankful for that. Well, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to have all the
That's just a metaphor for what I'm really meaning. Cause I'ma go from living life filthy to on top of the world. The bag lady coming with me, a shot in the dark. Cause in this darkness I'm living, and I'm adjusted to this dimness. No effects on my vision. I'm like a trained assassin, boy. No effects on my killing. No matter the tool that I use.